small business market, startup market, there's quite a high rate of failure, unfortunately, nationally that is. But I think when you've got business in focus involved, it's obvious that some of those failures they're going to help and give support to, and generally speaking the success rate is a lot better as a result of the involvement of business in focus, which is great news for us, great news for our customers and great news for the economy.
From my perspective as Regional Director, my stats and my numbers clearly demonstrate that if a new startup business has availed themselves of the services of Business in Focus, then there's a 9% higher chance of that business surviving at the critical 1 year and 2 year phases. So I feel it's really, really important that we make sure we get as many of those new startups in front of Business in Focus as we possibly can.
We've been a supplier to Business in Focus now for over 9 years. And throughout that time, we found them a fantastically professional group of people who are very keen to work collaboratively and constructively with their suppliers as well as their clients.
I think what's quite interesting about them is how flexible they can be. I think they understand our target audience really, and their approach is quite relevant to dealing with those students. So there's a real understanding there. There's still the professional manners in which to provide the service, but what's really important for me, I think, is the flexibility to meet the needs of the students.
I worked with what is Business in Focus now, going back many decades in fact. And we got a very good working relationship on a number of issues. It's always been, I think, at least I like to think, we've always helped each other to fulfil our own objectives. They've always had a very good, positive working relation with the public sector. They haven't seen the public sector as a negative, they've seen them as people to work with and develop ideas. And it's worked very well from that point of view.
I've recently gone through a startup course with Business in Focus. I found them to be a great help. They've helped me with lots of steps on the way of how to set up my business, given me great advice and best of all, really friendly, polite staff. I can't thank them enough.
Our first premises was actually in the Business in Focus facility in Treforest. And we found that having an entity like Business in Focus to give us that start in terms of both advice and physical premises was just fantastic. The business is now 150 million of revenue, 150 people, 3 global offices, but our start point was Treforest with Business in Focus.